All right, today's snow adding to what, of course, has been a record-breaking winter in lots of parts of the country. 108 inches of snow and counting in Boston, 131 inches in Bangor, Maine. Second snowiest season on record. More than 72 inches of snow falling in Providence, Rhode Island. Climate change activists say all of this is really due to rising ocean temperatures, but meteorologist Joe Bastardi says, well, that is one big snow job. Why, Joe?
Well, because it's a natural cyclical process. As a matter of fact, in talking to people that indirectly in NOAA, they've seen this before, as I've seen it before. In the late 1950s, you had very similar situation. There were 6 major areas in the Atlantic and Pacific where there were strong deviations from normal, just like you're seeing now. And lo and behold, if you look at the winter of 57, 58, very similar to this. Very little winter through mid-January, and then it came on gangbusters. And you know, Neil, we've been saying that the winter was going to be particularly severe from last summer. And I'm even concerned about next winter because I don't think we're quite out of this yet, this whole kind of pattern. If you look back at the way the weather went in the last cyclical event similar to this, you'll see we're pretty much according to script. All right,
so when they argue the warmer water, and I guess that then runs into the Arctic thingamajig that's cold, that they say that is all global warming, climate change, whatever. So what is creating this phenomenon?
Well, what's creating it is the natural cyclical processes that we've seen for years and years, and we're able to study it. A guy named Jerome Namias, who was a brilliant meteorologist, examined the winters in the late 1950s and the late 1970s, and because guys like me will actually read what people said before, we recognize that this is very similar to that situation. And so you have to ask yourself, does the increase of 1 molecule of carbon dioxide out of 1,000 molecules of air over a 100-year period, actually 10,000 molecules of air, is that going to lead to suddenly becoming the climate change knob and everything else? No, of course not. The fact of the matter is that we've seen similar situations before. The weather goes back and forth because the weather is nature's way of balancing out an imbalance it can never correct because of the design of the system. And these folks who think that humans are in control of nature, well, you do the math and add it up, and if you go back and look and study what happened before, you come up with your answer.
Well, I go to you for those answers because you're that good. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Get home safe.
I appreciate it.
Joe Bastardi. All right. In the meantime, what the